fans are going to love this. All signs are pointing to a return of Floyd Mayweather.
The title at the age that he's at right now.
I think that's the kind of person he is. He looks to do the biggest and the best things out there in life, and you know that's what everybody's supposed to do.
You fought both, obviously. In your opinion, who's better? Who's tougher?
I think Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I think Floyd Mayweather. I mean, and that sounds rich because he absolutely was probably one of the most brutal knockout.
Floyd Mayweather, now 48, has stunned the boxing world by hinting at a return to face longtime rival Manny Pacquiao. The buzz around this potential mega fight is growing fast, with fans and analysts saying it could surpass even Canelo versus Terrence in scale. If finalized, this rematch between two legends promises to be one of the most anticipated events in boxing history.
I swear to God, I have a feeling that Pacquiao's going to chin him.
I seen so much.
I think it's going to do incredible numbers as well.
Oh, it's going to do great.
It's going to do incredible numbers. Like everyone's talking about this.
Yeah, people nonstop. Like honestly, it's crazy. 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barros.
Will Floyd Mayweather be ringside?
I heard he will. I heard two of his fighters are on the undercard.
Yeah.
There is talk if Manny wins, the rematch could be worth. I heard billions is what they said. Billions. Mate,
I'm telling you now,
2025, Pacquiao Mayweather 2.
I'm telling you now, it won't do Jake Paul, Mike Tyson on Netflix. No. But I'm telling you now, there isn't enough. This is going to sound crazy, yeah? And I don't even think this is crazy. I'm going to say it's this camera. If Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather gets made, it does more than Terrence Crawford Canelo on Netflix.
Oh, wow.
Clip that. Manny Pacquiao Floyd does more than Terrence Crawford. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd are so much more famous than Terrence Crawford Canelo.
Manny Pacquiao has expressed full readiness for a genuine rematch against Floyd Mayweather. He emphasized that if Floyd agrees to return from retirement, the bout would be a legitimate professional contest, not just an exhibition match for entertainment. Manny's comments reveal his desire to settle unfinished business in the ring, and he made it clear that the ball is in Floyd's court now. He is not chasing spectacle, but aiming for redemption and legacy.
There was just talks and rumors all the time about potentially Manny Pacquiao and the Mayweather 2. Was there any truth to that, or is that still kind of up in the air of maybe potentially happening?
It's up to him. If he come out to retirement, we'll have a Mayweather Pacquiao 2.
Would you do an exhibition with him, or would you potentially entertain an exhibition with someone like maybe a Conor McGregor?
No, I don't like exhibition. If Mayweather is my opponent, I don't like exhibition. Like, I want a fight. Like, there's a decision.
In a post-fight reflection, Manny brushed off his bout with Mario Barrios as a warm-up or sparring match and declared his intention to pursue more meaningful matchups. He hinted that he wasn't pushed to his limits in that fight and has more to offer in upcoming contests. This statement reinforced the idea that Manny is using recent fights as a stepping stone to prepare for something bigger, possibly a full-scale rematch with Mayweather.
November, you think?
Think so.
You think so? Yeah. Who are you thinking now? Do you want a rematch? Do you want rollies?
I don't know. Boss. May dala lang ko kami. May dala lang ko kami, boss. Salamat. Salamat sa ticket, boss. Mangga.
Ikakarga ko na lang, boss, sa sasakyan namin ni David.
May manggang Pilipino.
Boss, sa car mo na lang, boss, isakay. Yung iba sa sasakyan namin ni David.
Yung pa sa escape, gusto ni Ma'am Gilkay, yung Sansoybal dito sa LA. Siya may-ari, yung kasama ko. Siya po. Oy, Flip. Ito po yan.
Nice to meet you.
Para sa amin to?
Oo, boss.
Mangga. Thank you. You want to sign? Opo.
Sa sasakyan niyo po.
Boss, salamat po sa ticket. Thank you. Salamat po. Salamat. Ewan ko kung pwede po sulatan ng Philippine flag. Papapirmahan ko, lalagay ko lang po sa bahay.
Naganggaingon, boss. Naganggaingon. Naganggaingon. Bawal ba? Bawal yata. Bawal. Nagkuhan ko na, boss. Sila magsayo. Naganggapas. Paboran nila.
Sa t-shirt. Mark.
Pirma na sila, Mark, sa una.
Boss, sa pisngan lang mo ni Mark.
Zab Judah weighed in on the topic of a potential second meeting between Mayweather and Pacquiao. He admitted that while it would certainly be a massive and thrilling event for the boxing world, he couldn't confirm anything with certainty. According to him, discussions are ongoing, and although nothing is official, the door is not yet closed. The public interest, he acknowledged, remains high, and both fighters are still relevant enough to draw millions.
I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be great for boxing. I think it'd be great for the sport. It'd be great. Will it happen? I don't know. I'm not him to say. I wish I had. I wish I knew.
Alright, because there was talks about it. There was talks even of Floyd even fighting Barrios at once upon a time. You know, maybe
that as well.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you feel like Floyd will be out there trying to get a title at the age that he's at right now?
I think that's the kind of person he is. He looks to do the biggest and the biggest and the best things out there in life, and that's what everybody's supposed to do.
The potential rematch between Mayweather and Pacquiao isn't just about unfinished business. It represents a financial jackpot. Industry insiders predict that if the two parties seriously engage in contract negotiations, Floyd may be swayed by the sheer revenue-generating potential. The magnitude of this bout would likely rival or exceed any current matchup in the sport, putting tremendous pressure on both camps to finalize what could be the biggest boxing spectacle of the decade.
Would a Manny Pacquiao win lure Floyd Mayweather Jr. back to the ring? The answer is absolutely yes, 100%. And I predicted this, I said this. I don't know if it was a video on this channel or for Talk Sport, but I said if Manny Pacquiao wins, he will fight Floyd Mayweather next. No doubt about it. And that fight will generate hundreds of millions. So that's why Floyd will say yes. Floyd will get in the best shape of his life, and he'll fight Manny Pacquiao. And by the way, you know what else is crazy? The closer this fight gets, Barrios is still a favorite. Barrios has to be a favorite. But I give Manny Pacquiao a shot. Like, this isn't 100 zit. Like, this could be 75-25, 75% Barrios, 25 Pacquiao. But it's close. It is close.
Pacquiao's performance in the Barrios fight turned heads, especially considering his age. Fans and analysts were taken aback by his speed, endurance, and technique, which seemed more aligned with a much younger boxer. In contrast to what is usually expected from aging fighters, Manny proved he still possesses the conditioning and skills to compete at the highest level. This unexpected display has reignited hope among fans for at least one more big fight.
I mentioned the weekend was busy, so let's talk about the Manny Pacquiao fight. Manny Pacquiao, the Boxing Hall of Famer, 46 years old, inactive for nearly 4 years. His attempt to win a welterweight title came up just short, fighting to a draw against Mario Barrios. That wasn't the old Manny Pacquiao that we saw in the ring against Barrios, but it was a lot better than what people were expecting, including me. What did you think of what you saw from Pacquiao? 46 years old, back in the ring for the first time since 2021.
Including you and me, we watched that fight together, and we were shocked. The fact that he went past the 5th, the 6th, the 7th round, and
got better too. Yeah,
he still had the bounce on his leg. Of course, it was flashes of the great Manny Pacquiao, but he was doing it against a young, strong, hungry, motivated champion in Barrios, and Barrios he was never in front of a old man, put it that way. He wasn't in front of a 46-year-old. It looked like he was in front of a guy that was in his mid-30s in Manny Pacquiao. And at 46 years old, to keep that fight as competitive all the way to the end, where a lot of people felt that he won, including myself, it's incredible. It really is incredible. And the fact that he was out of the ring so much, forget the age, the inactivity hits you harder when you're that old than actual, Father Nature. That is amazing. That is incredible. That reminds me of like Sugar Ray Leonard when he was out of the ring for 3 years and came back for Marvin Hagler. But Ray Leonard wasn't 46 years old. Pacquiao needs his legs to be explosive. That's how he made a career. That's how he became an A-division champion, an all-time great. And he still has the little bounce on his legs, man. So credit to those big-ass calves that Manny Pacquiao has, because he showed signs of greatness, man. And it was great to see that, but the judges didn't give it to him.
Mayweather has been candid about his confidence in facing Pacquiao again. In a recent clip, he stated that even if they fought 10 times, he believes he would win every bout. He went on to affirm his place as the top fighter in their rivalry and had no issue declaring that Pacquiao could remain a close second. This level of confidence adds fuel to the tension between both camps and teases fans with what could be another defining battle.
I won. I know I won. I know I'm the better fighter. We fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times.
We fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me. Manny Pacquiao, you're not on my level. Manny Pacquiao, you will never be on my level. It's okay to be number 2. It's okay to be right behind me. It's okay.
Veteran boxing commentator Jim Lampley offered a different view, suggesting that a second fight between Floyd and Manny may lack the excitement fans expect. He argued that the novelty has worn off, and both athletes have moved past their primes. From his perspective, the matchup would draw attention, but not deliver the kind of fireworks younger fighters can now produce. His comment adds a skeptical but important counterbalance to the overwhelming hype.
Before Mayweather Pacquiao, people would run up to me on the street, run up to me in the shopping center in Vegas, run up to me in a hotel. When am I going to see Mayweather Pacquiao? And I would say, well, we don't know, but it's not going to be a great fight. It's going to be watching somebody pluck the legs off of a spider at a step-by-step method. And you're going to watch Mayweather pluck the legs off the spider that is Pacquiao. And it's going to be pretty easy for him. And it's not going to be wildly entertaining. I call him the first great social media genius. He realized you could build an audience with negativity.
Sugar Shane Mosley, one of the few fighters to share the ring with both legends, gave his take on who holds the upper hand. According to Mosley, Floyd Mayweather outclasses Pacquiao in several areas, especially defense. He observed that Manny is more susceptible to clean punches, which makes Floyd's defensive genius and counter-punching ability a key factor in their head-to-head comparison. His insight holds weight, given his first-hand experience with both fighters.
Well, obviously at that time of fighting, the best was Mayweather. It was more harder to hit. He was just harder to hit, and he was just more of he had the defensive thing, but he also had good offense too as well. Mayweather was more of a complete fighter than Manny Pacquiao, and at that time was more of a complete fighter than Canelo. Now after Canelo fought Mayweather, he got better, and I would say Canelo might be maybe a little better, but Floyd was the better fighter out of all of them. Manny Pacquiao was good too, with the fast hands, stuff like that, but he was easy to hit. And with both guys, with Mayweather and with Pacquiao, I was injured. I was injured with Mayweather with my groin. I was injured with Pacquiao with my Achilles. I popped my Achilles 4 months before I fought him.
British boxing legend Ricky Hatton added his voice to the ongoing debate by siding with Mayweather. He credited Floyd's ring IQ and technical brilliance as the reasons he would always edge past Manny in a direct comparison. Hatton, who also faced both in his career, believes Floyd's ability to dictate the pace and control the fight makes him nearly unbeatable, even when matched against an elite athlete like Pacquiao.
You fought both, obviously. In your opinion, who's better? Who's tougher?
I think Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I think Floyd Mayweather. I mean, and that sounds rich because he absolutely was probably one of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history, I'd say. You know what I mean? When I see him getting knocked out by Pacquiao on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that, it's in the top 10 of the most destructive knockouts of all time.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit past myself back in the day. You know, I'd had one or two. I wasn't a master of defence like Floyd Mayweather. I'd take 4 to get one in sometimes, And
I'm the same, Ricky.
And in between fights, I'd be up in weight, down in weight, up and down in weight. On the lash and and all that stuff. And that wasn't looking after my body like an athlete probably should have done. And I think I was, by the time I got in the ring for the Manny Pacquiao thing, I was a little more a shell of myself. But I think when I fought Floyd, I was a little bit more, something like, you know what I mean? Yeah, but when I fought Manny, I think the light had burnt out, yeah.
With Manny officially returning to the ring, the chances of a rematch hinge entirely on Floyd's willingness to do the same. Manny's return signals that he still craves competition at the highest level, and a bout with Mayweather remains the most compelling option. If Floyd decides to step back into the professional spotlight, the pieces would fall into place for a monumental showdown that fans have waited nearly a decade to see again.
Speaking of Mayweather, fam, do you see they're doing the Pacquiao rematch?
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say that. They announced it, and all the fans were like,
in the weirdest way, bro. It's like, they didn't even know. It's like they didn't know if they actually meant to announce it or not.
This is what I'm saying.
That fight's actually happening.
I heard in the comments that they announced it in like Chinese or something before, and then the crowd went crazy.
Like Japan, right?
Yeah, in their language they announced it, and then they went crazy, and then they did it in English, and then that was with silence.
That makes it because Manny Pacquiao said it's like no one cared. I was like, bro, are we hearing the same thing from? The man just said he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, and no one cared. Everyone's like, okay, hand over the mic, dog. Like, bro,
people
like
are saying
massive.
that. They're saying that, or they're saying, oh, like where they were, it's like culture to not like make noise during stuff like
Nah,
this.
bro,
Like, it's a
you know the
respectful thing
fans
to-
that Manny Pacquiao has and stuff, bro. If he's announcing that fight, you know these guys are going off.
Pacquiao has openly admitted that he didn't perform at his peak during their first encounter in 2015. He now promises that if a second fight happens, it will be far more competitive and action-packed. His assurance stems from lessons learned and the belief that he still has more to offer. This comment adds depth to his motivation and assures fans that he isn't just chasing a payday, but redemption.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one, because the first one, we know the fact that I have injury on my shoulder. So I did a lot of this training camp. We did a few things, but not really a heavy training like what we did in the usual, the 12-round fight. But because this is just a 6 rounds and 2 minutes per round exhibition match. But we did a lot in training, and I think this is a very good stepping stone to come back in boxing. We will see.
So what would the result be?
The prediction is will not last 12 rounds, I think.
Wow, it won't last 12 rounds.
Before facing Barrios, much of the buzz surrounding Pacquiao's future hinged on whether he would win that fight. The unexpected draw has muddled the path forward, creating mixed signals about what comes next. However, insiders suggest that the outcome hasn't entirely derailed talks of a rematch. The excitement surrounding Manny's performance may be enough to keep discussions with Mayweather alive, even if the result wasn't a clean victory.
So there's conversation going around that a Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao rematch is in the works if Pacquiao beats Barrios. And I want to ask y'all, do y'all want to see a rematch between these two? For me personally, fuck no. No. The first fight was boring. So just imagine this fight. They're even older now. And their first fight, I feel like it took too long for them to finally fight each other. Right? I feel like Floyd kind of dragged that shit out. And caught Manny at a point in time where, they both wasn't dead in their prime anymore, right? They still were great fighters, don't get me wrong, but they wasn't both dead in their prime. I feel like they should have fought dead in their prime against each other. But absolutely not. I don't want to see that. I know they say, oh, it can generate billions. Nah. I mean, people will tune in just because it's Floyd and Manny Pacquiao, but I'm going to be honest, I don't want to see that shit. No.
The debate between Mayweather and Pacquiao's legacies continues to divide fans. A segment of observers argues that Floyd holds the edge due to the overall quality of opponents he faced across his undefeated career. From Canelo Alvarez to Oscar de la Hoya, Floyd's resume is seen as more robust. This argument strengthens the case for Mayweather's superiority, especially among analysts who prioritize consistency and strategic brilliance over sheer aggression.
Was Manny Pacquiao better than Floyd Mayweather even though he lost? Yes. Let me explain. Obviously, there is much more to who is better pound for pound than one fight on one night. So here's the argument for Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao started fighting 4 weight classes below Floyd Mayweather. And then they ended up fighting at the welterweight. That's a 3 weight class jump for Floyd Mayweather and a 7 weight class jump for Pacquiao. Pacquiao also is the only 8 division world champion and beat great fighters actually in their prime. Unlike Floyd Mayweather, who was very selective with who he fought, mostly only fought great fighters after they were 35 or before they were 25, aka outside of the prime ages, like Canelo and De La Hoya and Pacquiao. Now people will be like, Floyd 50-0, great longevity. He was younger than Pacquiao when they fought. Well, first of all, Pacquiao's style was never going to age as well as Floyd because he was aggressive and fun and depended more on athleticism and speed. But honestly, the longevity question is out the window because Floyd is retired and Manny Pacquiao is fighting for a title fight next month. And if he wins, you cannot say Floyd is better than Pacquiao pound for pound all time. It's just a lie. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments and follow for more.
Despite all the hype, some believe Mayweather will ultimately decline the fight. Having retired with an unblemished record and built a massive brand outside the ring, Floyd may see little incentive to risk that legacy. Critics of the rematch point out that Floyd has nothing left to prove and is unlikely to jeopardize his perfect career for a single high-stakes bout. In their view, the risk outweighs the reward.
Whoa, you guys gotta hold your horses. This fight is not happening because Pacquiao wants it, trust me, but Floyd's not gonna take that fight. And I like Floyd. I think Floyd's a great, legend, and he's the best defensive fighter of all time. But Pacquiao wants that fight. He wants to rematch Floyd. He said they can do it anytime, any place. I don't think Floyd takes this fight. So, don't get your hopes up. Watch Mario Barrios versus Pacquiao tomorrow. Pacquiao going to show us that vintage version of Manny Pacquiao, and I think he's going to get Barrios out of there and stop him. So we'll see what happens, but don't get too excited about Pacquiao versus Floyd. I'm just being real. Follow for more Nabs Boxing. We out.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.